Good morning, everyone. Anybody who's watching this, why are you watching this? So I needed to reconfigure my Restream subscription because I hadn't used it since last year, I think. So I thought, let's go ahead and test it. We're going to play a quick game of Wingspan. For those of you who don't know, it is my favorite board game ever, and I love the fact that there's an electronic version of it. I play on Steam. It's a game where you build a bird habitat, and the birds have powers, and they interact with each other, and it's peaceful and relaxing. So I'm going to try not to get stressed about this game. So let's go. First thing we have to do is we have to pick birds from our starting hand. There's a couple I really like here. So just personal note about my strategy that I like. I personally really like bonus card birds. I like to try and win with bonus cards. Let's see. Let's go with that. You know, the historian bonus card, we also pick a bonus card. The historian bonus card is good because it has no limit. It's 2 points per bird with no upper limit on number of birds. The problem is it's only 11% of cards, and it's sort of a trend in the bird world that they're kind of stopping naming birds after people. In fact, they're going back and renaming birds that had names after the person who discovered them, and they're changing them. So this card is not only not particularly useful now, it's getting less useful as time goes on. So we'll go with the large bird specialist. So I got the 2 bonus card birds. I always usually like to get a forest bird and a wetland bird very early in the game. This is a good wetland bird. It meshes well with this first end of round goal. I also noticed that if you look at the feeder, there's a lot of nectar in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an extra bird so that I can snipe this nectar out of the tray. And then I can keep one more food. So I'll just do this. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the tray. Okay, there's a raven. Now, this brings up sort of a little bit, not an ethical dilemma, but the raven is among sort of a handful of birds that's considered a little bit overpowered. So tournaments often will say you can't play the raven at all. They'll remove it from the deck. Some tournaments, more commonly, what they'll do is they'll say, well, you can't play it in the first round because it's just considered such an overwhelming advantage. But we're going to have to take the raven, even if I decide I'm going to play with tournament rules. I need to take it immediately because it's such a powerful bird. So our first 2 turns will be to grab nectar, and we'll grab the raven, which you can't wait. You have to take it. So let's get the raven. Oh, and another bonus card bird. Now let's grab that nectar. I'm going to trade this extra bird that I grabbed that I don't care about for 2 nectar. Yeah, we'll play it straight. We'll play with the tournament rule, and we won't use the raven until the beginning of the second round. So let's get this. Actually, let's get our food going. Birds with a tucking power. Well, we know we're going to have 1. I don't tend to run big tucking engines, so I'm gonna do this one. Just because it's so easy to get to the 3-point threshold. I mean, I've already got 1 bird in my hand ready to play. So let's play the goal now. I can't lose sight of this first end of round goal here because I have a tendency to just get busy and forget about it. Okay. Yep, I'm tuck. Nope, not you. I'm tuck here. Okay. Discard 5. Up to 5 from this play. I don't know about that. If I felt like I was going to have a lot of extra food, then maybe. But if I'm running an engine where I'm using the Chihuahuan Raven to get food, I'm not likely to have a ton of it, unless my opponent plays a bird that gets me food, which he is not so far. So yeah, I probably won't play that. The situation I'm in right now is I've got to get a bird in the grasslands. I guess I've got to get a bird in the grassland. I've got to get food for it, play it, and then use the grassland to lay eggs on the goal, so that I can at least be competitive on this end of round goal. The reason I say I don't have to is because I could do. Let's just do this. I can just do this. I'll just do that. And so we're tied. The eagle is a good bird because it satisfies both of my bonus cards. So I'm going to do that. Boy, just determined to get these birds where their power is getting rid of extra food, because there's the sparrow in the tray also. But I'm just not going to play that kind of game. Okay, wood duck. That's a good bird. Normally, I would say the wood duck is a really good bird. The problem is the raven kind of makes it pointless. See, you have to think about, like, Wingspan is an engine building game. So what you want to do is you want to set up an engine on one of these 3 habitats, or maybe 2 of them. Wood duck is one of the rare birds in the game. Might be the only bird in the game where you can draw cards in the forest. That's such a rare power. So you play the wood duck up here, and on one turn, you're simultaneously getting food and cards. The problem is I've already got a raven, so which allows me to lay eggs and get food in one turn. So these feel like competing strategies, and I would be sort of wasting time to play them both. And I want to build up my grassland because I want to, in the last round, play the Planeswanderer. And the Planeswanderer, its power gets better if you have more birds in the grassland. If you look at its power, draw 1 bonus card for each bird in your grassland. So we want to have a full grassland engine. So normally I would say the wood duck's a great bird. Probably not going to play it. So we have 1 turn left in the first round. Do we draw cards, or do we go ahead and get food? I don't like really the state of the, well, I was starting to say I don't really like the state of the feeder. I can't take the nectar because I would lose it at the end of the round. But the raven takes 2 wild food. So actually, let's do that. Yeah. So we'll be ready to play the raven very quickly. Okay. I end up winning the first round. So, okay, let's grab this puffin. Okay, that's good. Let's tuck the duck. Haha, tuck the duck. And another bonus card bird. We are going to be flush with bonus cards. So let's draw some food one last time. And let's play our raven. Birds with no eggs. Okay, interesting. Let's get the. There was a mistake to keep the fish. So it really limits what I can. Nope. It really limits what I can do. I need to get another bird down quick, so I need egg space. Oh, another bonus card bird. Am I even going to have a time to play all these birds? Sure, there's always time. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with eggs. Ooh, interesting. I got one too many nectars. Oops. So I'm going to lose a nectar. Okay. I feel like I spent a lot of time that round just kind of setting things up. I think the Finch is interesting. I wanted to cycle cards, but this, I don't think I'm going to have any cards to cycle. So I think the Finch, we're just going to use it to lay an extra egg here in a minute. Birds with body parts are birds that can live in multiple habitats. Okay, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 2. Bells, Vireo. I don't really like either of these, but I like this one. I dislike this one less. So we'll go with that. So you already got this one. I just need one more to max out that bonus card. And this one, I'm at least going to get the first threshold. So yeah, we're not going to mess with the Finch. Let's do this and this and this. And let's play. Let's do this. Yeah. Birds with bowl nests. I'll get that with the puffin. Okay. So my goal is to get one more bird down by the end of the round. Great. And then let's see how I'm doing here. Okay. I can afford to do this. And then I want to be careful I can't take too much food or too much nectar. Okay. Question is, oh wow, he tied me. How badly do I want to win this end of round goal is the question. Because what I could do is I could use my last turn to just lay a bunch of eggs. Use my nectar to lay a bunch of eggs. Win the round. I would essentially just be trading them for mice, or I just don't think I have enough turns left to do that. The reason is we're tied right now, and he's done. So I could beat him if I wanted to. I could win this round. But I think if I did that, I wouldn't have enough turns to play all these cards. And I can't even tie if I play a bird because I'm going to have to spend eggs to do it. What I could do, now, I think we'd have to not worry about winning this round. Yeah. So when you think about end of round goals, you have to think strategically. What the things you don't have to win every end of round goal. Sometimes you can force a tie, and that's good enough. Sometimes the best thing you can do is focus on your game and just not draw a 0, right? So I had eggs in the wetland, so I wasn't going to take a 0. So it is what it is. All right, and then this one is how am I doing on this one? So he's got a lead on me on this one. So I probably won't win this one either. But again, I'm not going to take a 0. So Let's go. Good job, Eagle. All right. I actually am wondering if I'm even going to have enough turns to play all three of these birds. Might not. Let's think about this for a second. We're going to need 3 plus 2 plus 2. We're going to need 7 food. I have 5 right now, so yeah, I should have enough. The problem is I have one piece of food that's the wrong food. But I'll get an extra one, so I think it's fine. Let's play a bird first. Let's do the puffin. Okay. Good. Oh. I'll get this one with the owl. Okay. Good job, Eagle. And then we'll... Yeah, okay, I've got enough now. All right. Let's do this. I'll have to overpay on the last play, but... Okay. And then the Planeswander. No. See, because of that, because I waited until I had the grassland completely fleshed out, I got to look at 5 bonus cards. So we'll take this one. So that's pretty good. I did not win this end around goal. So I only won 1 of the rounds, the first one. And Nectar, looks like I got all 3 in Nectar, so that's good. But the bonus cards are going to be what I'm hopeful that I won just based on the strength of my bonus cards. But we'll see. I had a fair number of high-point birds, too, so we should probably win bird points. Yep. Very good. If he has a lot of eggs, he's going to... No, he did not. Well, he had a lot of cash food. Nice. All right, well, there you go. Let's see what he did. I wasn't really... A good player will always pay attention to what their opponent was doing. I did not. Okay, so he had an owl, a titmouse, a jay, and Hinga. What how do you say that bird's name? That all had caching powers. So he almost made a run at me just based on the strength of that. But not enough in the end. Bonus cards were the difference. And I had a fair number of high-point birds. The eagle, the puffin are both high-point birds. Nothing lower than 4 points. So yeah, would you bonus cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 6 points, 3, 4 points, 4 points. I struck out on this one. 6 points and 3 points. That's pretty good. 26 total bonus card points. All right. Well, that was a game of Wingspan. Restream is back up and running, so hopefully I'll be able to use it for Mahjong at some point in the future. Still thinking about a live stream event this summer. We'll see. But in the meantime,